Why does nobody tell brown and black women the truth about their foundation? I just spent 2 weeks finding out the hard way. Not that I didn't know this from over the decades of wearing makeup, but this last excursion was just a little over the top for me. Not one time did I go to the counter, not two, but it took me about 8 trips to get the right color combination that I was looking for. So let me tell you what those 2 weeks looked like. I went in, talked to someone, told them I was looking for a new foundation. They asked me what brand did I use, what was my last color. Once I tell them the brand and the color, then they use their device and go in and say, oh, you know what? You should be this color in this foundation and this brand. And so we'd go around, look, and they'd say, okay, this one looks great on you. You know, this brand is good. I really like it. This is the one. So I agreed because it did look like it was the one. So I was excited. One trip, this is great. Leave out, get home, and later on, I look in the mirror and I think I'm orange. No, I don't think I'm orange. I am. And I'm like, oh no, this can't be happening. So I call my neighbor and I go next door and I say, oh, can you look at this? Come outside and tell me if I look orange to you. And tell me what the foundation looks like. And she says, oh, it looks fine. I don't think it looks too orange or anything. It looks like it's a good match. Well, when I got back in the house, I just couldn't do it. So the next day I went back, but not to that store. I went to a different store and said I was looking for a foundation. The foundation that I have right now is a little too orange, maybe too warm. And they said, oh, you know what? You're not that color. You need more of a neutral undertone. So here we go. They match, a couple of foundations on the side of my face. And we decide that, oh yeah, this is great. I said, okay, this is the one. Returned the old one, took the new one, get to the house, and guess what? I look ashy. I look washed out. Now I'm like, where's the spunk to my face? I just look dull. I don't even feel like myself. So the one that looked great under the store lights looked completely different in the daylight. So I went back again. And let me tell you, concealer, oh, you can forget it. Because not only did I have to find the right foundation, I had to find concealer. And every one I tried traded my dark circles for some muddy patches. It was a hot mess. Oh, you think that I'm playing? But I'm not. Underneath this concealer right here are some very dark circles. Let me tell you how dark they are. My son, when he was younger, saw me without makeup on, and he passed by, and they say the truth. He says, oh, look, there's a raccoon in here. Well, guess what? I was the only one sitting in the room. I was like, oh my God. Well, that's why I never go without makeup, because of those dark circles. But I couldn't understand the corrector that I would get. Either the corrector would come through the concealer, or either I could still see the gray spots. And so every time I went back to the store to change my foundation, I changed my concealer too. Oh my God, I was exhausted. It was just an adventure every time. And I think I called my neighbor each one of those times. I know she was laughing at me. But you know what? I was determined to get this right. And somewhere along the way, it hit me. It hit me that the problem's not my face. The problem is nobody ever tells us how color theory works. Not that they have time to do that, But if we understand what the color wheel is and what color theory is, then we know exactly what we're looking for. So now here's the part that changed everything for me. I spent 20 years behind the chair as a hairstylist. And in those 20 years, I lived inside of the color wheel because I was matching tones and undertones, putting color on my customers' hair. And I don't know, why didn't I think of that? Just like that color theory worked for color for your hair, it could do the same for foundation, for concealers, for correctors. It'll help us understand why blush sometimes doesn't show up on some skin tones. It'll help us understand why some of those lip glosses may look ashy. So that's what this is all about. Color theory for tan, brown, and deep skin. The real, classy, no nonsense kind of version that will serve up what we've been missing. It says, I'm going to show you why foundation turns orange and the one little drop that could fix it. I'm going to show you how to kill that gray cast, that ashy looking cast on your face from your foundation. I'm also going to show you that color corrector. Color corrector is different colors for a reason. So the deeper your skin tone is, the deeper the color of the corrector needs to be. So stay tuned because we're going to go through this one technique at a time. If you stood in the mirror thinking, why doesn't this look right? Well, we're going to talk about why we think it doesn't look right. And as much as I do not want to do this, but I want to keep it real, I am actually going to show everyone what my dark circles look like. Because usually when we're talking to representatives in the store or the makeup artists, they usually don't have the dark circles that we have or that I have. So for me, I don't know if they really understand what I really need. So I'm going to reveal what it looks like underneath this concealer and how I achieve the look that keeps it consistent with my foundation. So that's what this is going to be about. The missing pieces we don't have each time we go to the store to get makeup, concealer, lipstick. So hit the subscribe button so you don't miss, because the next video, we're going to start talking about the different techniques and tricks to color correct all of these different things. And the first one will be the orange cast that was on my face. I'm going to show you how to neutralize that. And that if you have your favorite foundation and the formula changed and maybe it ended up becoming either a shade too dark or it was too warm, I'm going to show you that you could put a few drops of pigment in it, mix it, and it can give you your color that you need. And that's the spicy truth about this. So stay spicy.